look what's at the house, the Firebird. So, it's only here for a day. It's taken off the polisher. But basically it just stopped in because I want to put the hood on it, the trunk on it, and while we're at it, we may as well get, I see he's got some rubber sears that go along the inner fenders. We're going to put those on, splash apron shields. We're going to put the trunk seal on. We're going to do a few things to it. Get the door seals on it. So I removed the door for that, but anyway, not a big deal. But yeah, it turned out beautiful, didn't it? That's it sitting outside. Got an extra coat of clear on there, so the polisher's got lots of polish. Got 4 coats of clear. Should be good. Now you could even take it to the next level, and some people do. What they'll do is they'll paint the car. You know, the next level what you can do is you can paint the car, go in there next day, kind of wet sand it down lightly and re-clear it, and it will come out even smoother. And sometimes you don't even wet sand it after that. That's one step. Or like I say, what you can do is go in there next day, wet sand it, re-clear it, and then put more clear so the polisher has even more to polish to go for, you know. But my polisher's good. He's done lots for us. 4 coats of clear. He's happy. It'll come out looking beautiful. If you don't believe me, just go back and look at the 57 Mercedes we did. That car turned out awesome. And yes, that car is coming back to the shop. It was getting its upholstery done by Derek at Custom Creations. Big shout out to him. He did an amazing job. Oh my god. And it will be coming back. It's just waiting on glass right now. The owner's having a hard time getting the glass and getting it installed. Once that's done, it's going to come back here for us to finish up a few things, and you'll get to see it. But in the meantime, let's put a trunk seal on, get a trunk lid on, let's get a door seal on, get a door back on, all sorts of goodies. Let's just get a few things taken care of with the beast today while she's here. Okay, so your trunk seal, you can put it on various ways and not realize you're doing it the wrong way. You want the seal to overlap and face down. So if you look at this seal, see how it's got that lip like that? And see how this is squared off to go in here, and it's got this lip here that would push under here. So it's what I always do is if you're uncertain, just put in there. And I always start midpoint. This here should have a join point. I always start midpoint. So put it in there, and I'm going to go around and put the whole thing in. Make sure it fits good. And then go back and just put the odd little drop of glue in here. Not a lot. Weather stripping adhesive, I should say, not glue. But I'm going to fit it this way to make sure it's all right. Because who knows, maybe even what I'm showing to you right now is wrong. But I don't think so. Because you really can't go any other way. You really can't. You can only go one way. We know for a fact that this does not go that way. That's just impossible. So the only other way you could go is you could go this way, which does not make sense. So it makes total sense. There's your lip that sticks out. See, it's going to go. We're going to find midpoint. Sorry guys, one hand with a camera, one hand with this. We're going to find midpoint like that. Tuck that under. There you are. Okay, I'm going to get this wrapped around here and we'll see how it looks. Okay, trunk seal is on. Got our tape there, just holding it down a little bit. This is what I use. I use the 3M product, black weather stripping gasket glue. Don't use yellow. At least at the black, if it goes somewhere where you don't want it to be, it doesn't stand out like the yellow, right? There is yellow, but I always get the black. So that's on. So next we're going to, I don't know, next I'm going to go and look and see what kind of baggies we got going on here and see what I can do next while this dries up. Well, after that dries up, we'll put a trunk lid on. Okay, so we're putting our, here I'll show you what they are. These go up in your wheel wells. And to be honest with you, anyone doing this should be done before it's all together. And the reason is that they go on the backside up in here like this, and they have staples that go through, and you bend the staples over on the other side. I can't get to a lot of it now because of all the stuff in here. So what I'm doing, and some of you are going to hate me for this, some of you are going to say, oh my god Rick, what have you done? But I did what I did. What I'm doing is I'm utilizing some of the staple holes that are there. I'm just drilling them out a tad bit bigger, because a staple is 2 holes like that, correct? Just drilling them out a tad bit bigger, poking the holes in the rubber, just like I'd have to do if I use a staple. But instead of using a staple, I'm using, whoops, turn this around so I can see what I'm showing you. I'm just using a little wee tie ribbon. tie ribbons going through and just tying it on. That's all I'm doing, just a couple. I think I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. That's all I'm doing. If he ever wants to get it off, it's easy enough. Snip, snip, it'll come off. It's still the original staple holes. I just drilled them out one size up and put a tie, because I can't get in there and hit and bend the staples now with all the engine in. This should be done before you put the fenders on. So anyone out there doing it, do it before you put the fenders on. I've got one done now. That's it to do. It's like a little splash guard, stops some mud and crap from going up in there. So now we'll put the wheel on this side and we'll go do the other side. So, hey, one thing I'm just going to be honest with you. That's what I did. I'm doing what I have to do. There's no point hiding it from you. You're going to look under the car and you're going to see it. But it works. And it works beautiful. And those staples can be a hassle. And you don't even notice them. Like you don't even, like, look. That, to me, looks better than a staple. So that's what's happening there. Oh, yeah, well, there's Sean. Maybe we'll go see what Sean's up to in his bay. Sean, oh, there's the hood for the car. Sean is working on the 77 Ford pickup cab. He'll have it all done today. He's prepping it for paint. The owner did his own body work, but there's a couple areas you can see that Sean just fixed up, just schmoozed it a little bit, across here and there. Just certain little areas, you know, to tidy up, just make it a little better. And we'll spot primer those areas only in. That's it. We'll let that dry up for a day or two, and then we'll roll it back in. We'll paint the top of the dash satin black, and then we'll do all our seam sealing, and then boom. We'll spray this bad boy, the Wimbledon white. And if you remember, I posted a couple clips. We sprayed the hood and the fenders already. There's the hood. Turned out flawless. Look at the shine on that. Single stage. And I don't know where the fenders wound up. Oh, I see them. The fenders are way back in behind there. There they are. That's what's going on so far. Okay, tire and wheels back on the passenger side. You can see how the rubber sits in there. We got this one done now. Again, I just used the same holes where the staples would have came through. And there it is. Looks nice. So anyone that is going to criticize me and say, well, no, the car is not original without the staples. Well, it's not original with an LS anyway. So get over it, people. Okay. So I'm going to put this wheel on, and then I think we're going to do, I took the tape off the back. I think I'm ready to put a deck lid on the back. It's not much I can do, like I say, because it's got to go to polisher. Polisher doesn't want anything on it. But I think we'll get a deck lid on the back next. Let's hope. Okay, we got the deck lid on. I'm happy with it. Obviously the spoiler's got to go on the back, but that'll wait till after it's polished. Deck lid's sitting up a teeny bit high here, but it's the rubbers. Brand new rubbers. And you know, you always explain that to people, like, just give it some time. Leave it out in the hot sun, it'll go down, and it will. It will. So next we're going to put these little guys. These are your little bump stops that go on the doors. We're going to do those next. Just slowly taking our time. Digging out parts as we go. Okay, so your little door bump stops go right here. Next what I'm going to do is, I believe he's bought these new. This comes out of here, and then it should be a little plastic clippy that holds it in there. There we go. It should be I believe a couple holes. Yeah, 1, 2 holes. So now he's got these new here, and they come with new clippies. So we're going to put these on next. I'll fit it in there, make sure it fits, and I'll take it back and I'll just put a little bit of glue in there too. So that's next. Okay, we got our seals put up in here. That's good. We got our one window fuzzy put in. That's perfect. So I think we're going to roll her back under the cover for the day. get the other door back on it tomorrow, get the other window fuzzy on. Maybe some door seals. It's cooling off here this afternoon. It's real cool. It might be sunny out today on November the 11th. Remembrance Day for us all. But it's a little cool, so we're going to put her back away for now, and we'll go back at it tomorrow, I think. Got a few hours on it today. Just got to do a little bit at a time. Takes time to do this. But we'll go around and see what else is happening in the shop here. Just going to put this camera down, get some things put away and organized, and yeah, we'll check out some other stuff happening. So we're just spotting in some areas where Sean took over and fix some body work that the customer had done. Just want to make it look tidy for the customer. You know, the customer was okay with us spending a little bit of time fixing a few things that we thought maybe would stick out, and that's what we've done here. You know, there's a couple little wobbles up on the roof there, but this is a four-wheel drive. The roof is going to sit really high, so we didn't get involved in fixing any of that. But we did take care of the panel, the header panel above the windshield, because it was quite bad. So it's going to look good when it's done. Like I say, Sean's just giving it just a little bit of primer. We're just taking it easy on it today. Don't want to get too carried away here. Perfect. That's what's happening there. Okay, we'll check out what's happening over here. Mike is working away on this floor pan for this VW. So he straightened it all out, did some welding where it was cracked, and then he welded a piece up underneath here that goes there for the shifter. He's put some, they call them windows in there, I guess, to get your hand in there, access. He's got it done over there. And he's got to do a tranny mount for this transmission. He'll be working on that tomorrow. That's what's going on there. And yeah, and he's cut some old excess mounts off. He's gotten rid of those. So that is what's happening right here, right now. Now we'll get going on to. I'm just getting ready. I got to pick up an engine. We have another engine, a 302 engine, so I was looking for something to cover the engine with, because apparently it's rain here tomorrow. Little 302 engine that's coming in to go on a 64 Ford pickup. And but anyway, I walked in here for a moment for something. I don't remember what. Doesn't matter. Probably to put this in my truck, because I'll forget. So that's what it is. So I'm going to set the camera down. We'll get right back at you. Put that in the truck so I do not forget. Okay, we're on to the one thing that I just don't want to do. Glass. You all remember a couple weeks or a week back on the last video, we did all the new door glass in here, and I didn't realize the owner had gotten new glass for back in here after we'd already installed his old stuff months back. Like I told you, I like to put I know a lot of you think I might be crazy. I like to put the door glass, all the glass, not the front and back windows, those are whatever. Any glass that involves doors, quarter glass, I like to drop it down in the car before we paint the car. Just because you never know, you're scratching, you're banging it around in there. Think about it. You're banging the glass around there, you could actually cause a dent, hit the side and cause a dent outwards. So what I normally do is get all the glass hooked up, I drop it inside the doors or in the quarter panel area, and I take the stops out and I let it roll down beyond its point. You leave all the felts off, all that stuff, leave it roll down below its point, and then when it comes home from paint work, you just set the stops so they roll up properly, and then you start doing all your felts. To me, it makes sense to do that before you paint it. You can do it after, which we're doing right now, but you got to be so careful. And it's one thing to do doors, you have big openings. This thing, it's going to be a nightmare, but it can be done. I'm not complaining about it, I'm just saying I hate doing it after paint. So I've swapped over the parts. I took it to the glass shop, dropped it off last week while the car was getting painted so they could glue these on, because I want to make sure those are on there. It's not something I want to attempt to do. And, well, I'm going to start putting the glass in the back here. Fighting, yelling, cursing, stuff I just can't video record for you guys. It could be women and children watching. Not that that's stopped me before, but trust me, if this don't go my way today, could be an issue. Okay, I'll try and give you guys as many handy tips as I can. Not that I'm a glass professional, but I'm just learning as I go. So your track, which we had out in a video before, you want to put it back in place and see it goes here where these things look like a 7, and you want to drop it down to the lowest point. which your back one will not line up, your bottom one I should say. Don't worry about it. Drop it to there. You might want to grease your track up before you do that. The next thing is you want to peel that rubber thing. It'll just give you more room out of here. Now, be careful, because if you destroy it and you haven't got new ones, you're screwed, and if you're trying to save it, just take your time. It does have a screw right on the bottom. I didn't care about this one. I'm going to undo the screw now and get it out of there because we got new ones. So you're going to start there, and then we're going to start by slipping our glass in. I'll set this down and get to that point, and then we'll come back at you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see this. You've lined up your middle wheel. The light's not the greatest in here. You've lined up your middle wheel, put it in there, and your other two wheels should go on either side. One should go there, and you can't see the other one, but anyway. And then your glass is going to, I can't do it with one hand. It's going to slide up and down. Next thing you want to do is pull your glass up so you can get your bottom stud on this bracket back in place and put your bolt and nut on there, okay? I'll do that next and give you a picture here. Okay, so after you've got your glass on your track, you're going to lift it up, bring it up to the top position here, right? Which is then going to put this stud through the hole. Now you can see these are slotted for a screwdriver. That's your adjustment for the glass tilting in and out. That you're just going to have to play with on your own. You'll figure it out, right? And you can see the glass rolls down nicely. So my next step, mine I think is pretty good. Basically because I remember these fit pretty good before, so I didn't alter them. So I'm hoping they're in the right spot, but we'll find out after. The next step now is you're going to take this nut back off so this thing will push in a bit, because we're going to try and put our regulator in. We're going to come up through the hole. Now you can see the regulator has got a round guide or whatever you want to call it. That goes in, where's the track? I'm going to roll the window down. There's the track right there. See it? And you want to make sure, you can see I've already greased my track up. You want to make sure you grease it. So you're going to get that slit in there, and then your regulator is going to come up. There you set. We're going to stay there. Everything's greased up so much it won't stay anymore. Oh boy, I don't want to let it fall. Anyway, it's going to come up into this hole here. Okay? Okay. Okay, so when you're putting your regulator in, like I say, you're going to, you can see it in here. You're going to keep this part, this portion that sticks out is going to sit around here, and you're going to try and get the round thing on here, your pivot point, into this track. Then you're going to slide it forward and put this through. Then what you're going to do then is you're going to wiggle it around till you start to get some of these 4 bolts lined up. You're going to put them on. Now after you do that, you're going to wind it all up, and you're going to see how your glass fits from here to your front door. And then you're going to adjust. You can adjust in here, this way, right? And you're going to play with that. Don't forget to get the bottom one loose. Okay guys, glass is in. Oh, I rolled that down. I was going to show you that. Hang on a second here. Oh. See how smooth that rolls up? It just rolls up good. I think I got this one rolled up. There we go. Sits nice in there. Now there's a gap here that was concerning me because the window's fitting tight here and fitting tight here. There's a gap here, but then I realized it's this convertible top. It's kind of up. Probably because this top hasn't been out for a while. It was always pushed down, so there's nothing I can do about that. I mean, the window can only go up to it meets here, and if it's hitting here and it's hitting here and the gap here, you know, that's it. But yeah, it's fitting nice, goes underneath here. It's getting a little dark here to show you guys because obviously it's dark outside, and yeah, I'm on to the other side now, but I'm going to call it quits here pretty soon because for some reason it's not bad putting those in. I've got the track back in this one like I showed you guys. I got it in there. Wasn't too bad putting them in, but I tell you, it was a nightmare getting this one adjusted for some reason. Just didn't want to adjust. You know, something that should have took maybe an hour to be done, I tell you. It was 2 hours of my life that I'll never get back. But at the end of the day, I got it, and that only means that this one, I'm going to jinx myself right now, is going to go even quicker. Anyway, I'm just going to get the glass slid in the hole on this one tonight, and I'm going to call it a night for that. We'll show you what else is going on around here, though, before we take off on you. Oh, Sean's got the he's got the GTO in here right now. because what's going to happen is we're going to spray the whole top, because it gets a vinyl top. So we're going to get that sprayed tomorrow night, which you guys will see. I'll post some pictures. Get that sprayed with some black on there, so we can get the vinyl top on it before we actually paint the car. We decided we're going to put the top on first, only because the people, they got to lean up against it, stretch the top, everything. We don't want a chance of anything scratching this car down, seeing how it's going to be black. So we're going to deal with that and get that done. Sean's working on some other little parts here for it. He's got to prep all, wherever you see the guide code, he's got to get all this prepped out still. So he's working on stuff there. He's got the 77 Ford pickup. He's got the doors all seam sealed. He's got the cab almost ready to rock and roll. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. So, oh, and I picked this up today. 54 Ford Dash. I like them. They got that glass top on it. Radio in it, all the goodies on it. Picked that up off it was on Marketplace dirt cheap, and I grabbed it because I have a plan for that dash. Not going to tell you quite yet, but I have a plan. And no, it's not going to be a wall hanger. I'm actually talking about a plan for a vehicle. Alright? Out of all my many vehicles, and I'm still searching for more. What I'm looking for right now, but I can't afford it right now, unless it was real cheap. I need a 56 Chevy two-door post. I want a 56 Chev two-door post. Might consider a hard top, but I'm always a post guy. I like two-door post cars. They just look way tougher. So, Mike has finished up all the welding and straightening on this VW floor. It should be going out of here tomorrow. And we're going to get on to this beast. I forget, it was 49, I believe. 49 Mercury. Canadian made only. Mercury. Kind of unique. Right? The old Merc head up there. Anyway, gentleman has put a dropped axle, different springs in the back, started doing all the brakes, and then kind of came to a standpoint and said, I don't have time right now. He's got a million other things on the go. So he asked if we could take it over just to get it running and make sure mechanically wise it'll just drive. So he's leaving it with the patina look. So we're going to get her up on the lift here tomorrow, go through everything underneath it, retighten everything, retorque everything, check all the fluids. Even though he told us they're topped up, we're going to check them, because I don't know how many times I thought I've topped something up and I haven't of my own. So we're going to check them then after that and see if we can't get this thing up and running. Now, it may not be running tomorrow, but we're just going to go through it. But neat truck, eh? Solid. Look at these running boards. This thing is just solid as a rock. You know, and it's got all the Mercury goodies. It's got the Mercury radio delete still there. It's got the toolbox on the gas tank. Like, this thing has got the right patina look. I wouldn't touch a thing on it. What does it say here on the window, though? I can't read that. Check all front end bolts and cotter pins. I don't know if that's for me or for himself. Tailgate. Tell you, the tailgate alone is probably worth. Look at this tailgate. It's got a little bit of rust right there. There's not a bloody dent in it, and there's what you can't get. Mercury. So what people will do is they'll find up a beat up tailgate, but if that part's straight, they'll cut it out and weld it into a Ford tailgate. This is just cool, all around cool. Like, oh, I would love to have this truck. Very cool. I would just get it up and running and drive it the way it is. I wouldn't even touch that dirty old cardboard headliner. I'd leave her like that, all ripped up. Maybe put a comfy seat in it though. In my old age here, I need a comfy seat. Yeah. So there we go. Pretty cool, eh? Mercury along the hood. Like, it's just got all the goodies. M47. Just, I'm like, look at this thing. It's just rust-free. Unbelievable. Thing's just like flawless. It's got the right look. My God. Anyway, that's what's going on here in the shop. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'm going to spend a little more time out here tonight still. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'm throwing it out there. Hit the subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. Somebody said to me they hit the subscribe button and it wouldn't let them subscribe. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. So, you know, another friend of mine, I told him and he said, oh, well, he says, I'll get someone I know to hit it, and they hit it and it worked just fine. So that was a good way for me to get another viewer. Anyway, the subscribe button works, hits it, it's free. You don't have to watch all my stuff. I know I can be boring. I know I can talk too much. I know everything. But that's all right. We're here for a good time, not a long time, at old time. See you later.